Hey, what's going on, guys? Markel here, back with another video. Hopefully you guys are doing well today. With that being said, I want to answer a couple questions that were left behind. But first, I want to tell you guys, because tomorrow's Thanksgiving, get ready for those Black Friday deals. And I got a couple of tips for you all real quick. The first one is ID Me. If you have not signed up for ID Me, definitely you want to sign up for that. It has a list of all of the different discounts you can get. As a veteran, as active duty military, for sure, you want to sign up for ID Me because you get stuff like this from Apple, where you can see the discounted prices. I think they take off about 10%. Basically, they take the taxes off is what it is. It's kind of like when you go to Home Depot or you go to Lowe's to buy something, they give you that discount. They're basically just taking away the taxes. So it works the same way with this. And also with Samsung, they offer a program, right? Now, these programs are US only. So I know a lot of you guys watch who are abroad, because I'm abroad myself, but these programs only work in the US. You are not gonna find an Apple store anywhere abroad that's gonna do this, nor a Samsung store anywhere abroad that's gonna do this. But signing up for ID Me and then going to their website, signing in, you got a lot of different options and things that you can do. So definitely you guys wanna check into that, all right? All right, so let's move on to a couple questions that were left behind, primarily related to the video I just did talking about SSI and VA pension. So I got a question from, I believe it was Mr. James. He wanted to know, can a person receive SSI and the VA pension at the same time? So the short answer to that is yes, you can, but it's a little complicated because, okay, with those programs, they're not programs where you actually worked and paid into the system. These are programs where the government is saying, okay, you have nothing or you have very little, so we're gonna give you this right here, which is usually right at the poverty line level, right? But let's say, for example, you apply for SSI first and you end up getting approved for $600, and let's say the ceiling for SSI is $1,000, but they give you $600. Okay, and then you go apply for the VA pension, and let's say the pension is worth $1,300. Well, you're not gonna get all $1,300. You're gonna get the difference between the $600 and you reach into $1,000 from the pension. So in other words, you're only gonna get $400 of that $1,300 to get you to that $1,000 ceiling, because there's always a cap when it comes to programs like that. So the short answer to that is yes, but it's going to depend on what you qualify for. Because say someone qualifies for the pension first, the VA pension, and say it's $1,300, and then they go try to apply for SSI, they're not gonna be able to get both because you've already hit that ceiling over here on the pension. So that's another one that I wanna get into. The other question is, so you're telling me I can't receive both of those at the same time, or I can't receive the full amount at the same time if I'm on one of these programs? No, you can't. You can't, because once again, it's need-based. And again, those are self-reporting. It is up to the veteran, or it's up to the Social Security recipient to always let them know what other incomes you have received. If you don't tell them what other incomes you have received, and they find out later on, man, they're gonna charge you like they charging everybody else. They're gonna hit you with interest, they're gonna hit you with those fees, and they're gonna say you should have never got this money because you got this other income. That's basically how it works, guys, okay? So hopefully that helped you guys out. Now, on the last one, and shout out to Combat Warrior for letting me know about this story. I put it in the community page where there were a group of people, doctors involved, pharmacists, where they scammed the government out of $145 million. Okay, along with, there was some other people, Blue Cross Blue Shield, and a couple other people involved in this as well, right? Here's my message to you veterans, and those of you who are curious about that story, is in the community page. You guys should go check it out. Here's my thing to you veterans out there, okay? There's a lot of you veterans who use community care. Now, community care is not just limited to the US. The Foreign Medical Program is essentially community care. It is important that when you get that bill in the mail, and yes, even if you're abroad and you're seeing one of these third-party services, you're supposed to get the bill. But it is very important that you check that bill, that you don't get caught up in something you know nothing about. That you know nothing about, okay? Because you gotta understand, guys, even though these people are the headline, there are other people that got caught up in that because they didn't say nothing. They just allowed these bills to go through, knowing full well they didn't receive any of that. That's why it's very important that you get those bills, you read those bills, and you make sure those bills are correct. That way, none of that stuff comes back on you, the veteran. You don't want any issues, okay? And keeping it a buck, I left that alone. I use the services here. I pay out of pocket. I send the bill to FMP. They handle what they need to handle, and I keep my records to show. And I'm charging them what they charge me here. I'm not doing any type of markup. If I go to see the doctor and it's $15, then that's all I'm charging FMP, $15. I'm not charging them $145 for something that's $15 here. I'm not doing that. My thing is, I want no issues with our federal government, okay? Our federal government is not nice people. They're gonna handle what they need to handle. They're gonna get what they need to get. And like I told you guys before, our federal government will give you money. They'll let you get as much money as you want, as long as you want, until they tired of you having it. And when they come after you, they don't care who you gave it to, what kind of shell corporation you set up, they gonna get their money. Trust and believe, as much influence as America has in all these countries, all around the world, there ain't nowhere you hide nothing they're not gonna get, period. So by all means, ladies and gentlemen, when you get those bills from these community services, whether you're in the country, outside the country, make sure you're straight. Don't worry about the next man. Make sure you're straight in what's being charged, because you don't want them questioning you as if you're partaking in getting money you know nothing about, okay? So that's all I wanted to say in this video, man. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody out there who celebrates the Thanksgiving Day. If you're abroad, I know it's a little different. I know some of you guys are maybe looking for places where a bunch of extranjeros go. For me personally, I'm just gonna hang out with some friends tomorrow, like I normally do on Thanksgiving. They don't know that I'm really like celebrating Thanksgiving, but I'm hanging out with them and we're doing something like we normally do, but definitely looking forward to it. I still have not figured out a way yet where I can show the game and then like have everybody on to watch the game. So the only way I can really do that, guys, is to keep it private, right? And I could probably put a link in the community page where people can join on and watch, right? But there's really no way to do it without YouTube giving you a violation. So that's something I may do for the WhatsApp group, is throw the link in, have a game on, and anybody that wants to watch the game as we sit there and do whatever, you can watch the game that way, okay? But other than that, guys, that's gonna be it. Hey, I appreciate everybody watching as always. And until the next time, guys, I'm out of here. Peace. Enjoy the rest of your day.